All right, good morning, guys. We're going to go over average rate of change this week, so we're going to start off nice and slow. All right, so the first, average rate of change, another word for average rate of change is slope. Okay. Part A, how do you interpret the fact that M12 equals 30 illustrated on your graph? So I go to 12 because these are going up 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's 12. Right here on the graph is 30. And that's what it means is in 12 seconds, Max ran 30 feet. They both start at 0. How much of a head start does Max give his little sister? Well, Max starts at 0. His little sister starts right there, which is 25. So she has a 25-foot start. And how could I tell? I looked at the y-axis. That's telling me the head start or the starting value. We'll talk about that later when we start doing equations of lines. Does Max catch his sister? Well, if I look at the graph here, does Max's graph ever cross his Evie's graph? No. So Max doesn't catch his sister. Why? Because the lines do not intersect. All right, part D. How far does Max run? So in 20 seconds, he starts at 0 and he finishes at 50. So Max runs 50 feet. How far does Evie run? Well, Evie starts at 25 and ends at 60. So 60 minus 25, Evie runs 35 feet. So Evie, actually Max runs more than Evie, even though Evie wins the race. Now, here they want us to find average rate of change. To find average rate of change, you do the change in y over the change in x, which means y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if we look at Max, he starts at 0, so his y value is 0, his x value is 0. He finishes at 50, so his y value is 50, and that took 20 seconds. 0 minus 50 is negative 50. 0 minus 20 is negative 20. And if I divide that out with my calculator, negative 50 divided by negative 20, I get 2.5. Now, if we look at Evie's, she starts at 25, and her x value is 0. She ends at 60, and her x value is 20. So 25 minus 60 is negative 35. 0 minus 20 is negative 20. So when I divide the two, Evie's speed is 1.75. So in fact, Max ran faster even though he did not win the race. All right, we'll do 2 of these problems and then you finish the rest. So do number 1 and number 2. So here's your formula, average rate of change, which is also slope. Change in y over the change in x. So if I look at the first one, my y value, my first y is 6, my first x is 4. Then the second one, my second y is 8, my second x is 6. 6 minus 8 is negative 2. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. When I divide that out, I get 1. All right, number 2. First y is 4. Second y is 8. Minus, minus. First y is 4. First x is 8. Second y is 6. Second x is negative 3. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. 2 negatives is a positive, so 8 plus 3 is 11. Remember, when we were talking about slope and stuff, when we were talking about slope, we wanted it as a fraction. So you can leave this right as a fraction. That's fine. You don't have to actually reduce, or you don't have to actually divide out if you don't want to. So I could have left this as negative 2 over negative 2, or I could divide it out, but you don't have to. All right, so what I want you to do is to finish the rest of these problems. What do you have, 10 more problems to go? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 more problems. Finish the problems, take pictures of your work, and submit it on the Google Classroom. If you have any questions, please email me. Talk to you soon.